So you logged into ToramOnline. You saw that there were new skills added to the game and you wanted to give them a try. And so you went to your favorite spinna seller and bought spinna. You went on YouTube and searched up a build for your favorite new skill and your favorite new class, and you decided that you would give it a try. And when you gave it a try, it didn't do the damage that you saw in the video. In fact, it did much less. You try to wrap your mind around why this is happening, why you're not doing the damage that's advertised in the build video. Is it a problem with the game? Is it a problem with the video? Did you get misled? Well, actually, here's what happened. Yeah, I'm going to use a Bible verse to actually describe what happened to you. In James 2:26, it says, "Faith without works is dead." You already have the faith that this build will work, but you didn't put in the work to make it work. You let someone else go and do the work for you, and you tried to piggyback off of that. And so now you're having faith without any work, and you're not going to get the results of the person that did put in the work. Why? Because the work creates the build, not the other way around. You see, in ToramOnline, knowledge is power, literally and metaphorically. How much you know about the game can determine how much you can actually get out of your build. The more you know, the more damage you'll do, the more success you'll have. ToramOnline is an RPG. RPG games are built around you learning the game, the mechanics, what every item does, and vice versa. How would you ever see success with anything you do in an RPG if you're not willing to go out there and grind and have faith in your work? You see, RPGs are quite grindy by nature. It's in the design of the game, and yet you're impatient and want to rush to be just like the people that spent the time to get where they're at. And that's fine, but the consequence is a lack of knowledge and a lack of understanding. And this lack of knowledge and understanding is exactly why your build is not performing the way you want it to. Quoting another Bible verse, it says in Proverbs 11:2, "When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with the humble is wisdom." You see, the reason why your build isn't performing the way that you want it to is very, very simple. You haven't humbled yourself. You refuse to play ToramOnline for what it is, an RPG. Again, RPGs are grindy in nature. A lot of people like to use the excuse of, "Oh, I don't have time to go and farm everything. I don't have time to do this." That's a lie. Of course you do. You're playing the game. You have time to play the game, and so you have time to grind. Sure, you may not have as much time to invest into doing it as everyone else, but your patience will be rewarded. Why be in a rush to be like everyone else? Be the guy that stood out because he went through the trials and tribulations that no one else did. This is why some of your favorite content creators might stand out to you. What they do stands out to you because it's something you barely see in the game, because it's something that you don't feel like anyone else is doing. Why is that? Ask yourself that question. And also ask yourself the question, what have you done that stood out? Because as far as I see, all you did was try to copy or imitate what others already did. It's not that you can't find anything new or do something unique. It's that you won't, because something is stopping you. You keep comparing your build to my build, or to Zen's build, or to whoever's build on YouTube that you see, and the way that their build performs. And you keep comparing the way that your build performs to the way that our build performs. And this is making you feel insecure about your build, your creation. And you're losing faith in what you created. Going back to James 2:26, faith without works is dead. But if we also look at Matthew 9:29, because of your faith, you will be rewarded. The point is, everyone's adventure in Toram is different. Everyone's needs with their build is different. And the things that people desire out of their build is different. And so why are you choosing to copy someone else's build, someone else's adventure, when you have your own? What do you gain or learn by copying someone else? Because as far as I see it, you really won't have an identity that way. Nor would you have any knowledge of the game or any knowledge of what you're doing in the game. Alright, I've been very, very gentle about it, but if you made it this far, to be quite blunt, the answer to why your build sucks is that you have too much pride, and you won't set that aside. You feel entitled to be as powerful as the people that spent the time to get where they are. A wise man once told me, no pain, no gain. If you don't go through the trials to actually learn anything about the game, how would you ever succeed like the people that you admire? Believe me, I definitely had people in my ear trying to tell me that piercing shot was not going to be a successful build, that piercing shot couldn't do this, that piercing shot couldn't do that. But I didn't listen. I refuse to just sit here and believe that all that there is to ToramOnline is the meta and what's popular and what looks the strongest. I already proved that a lot of what the community can say is completely wrong a year ago, when a lot of the community said that Knuckles was bad, that Knuckles couldn't do any DPS, or whatever it was that people were saying about Knuckles. And then I went out there and I made DTE Knuckles, and I did the thing that everyone was saying was not something you should do with Knuckles, and I made one of the strongest Knuckle builds that's ever been made in ToramOnline. And I did this because I didn't see anyone else willing to put in the effort to figure out if what the community was saying was true or false. And I also just viewed it as a personal challenge, let's be real. Things like this are quite humbling too, because early on I seen all of the weaknesses with Knuckles, and the same thing is true with piercing shot. Very early into making this build, I seen all of the weaknesses of the build. And again, the same thing is true with Thor Halberd. I seen all of the weaknesses of the build early on in the process. I didn't let getting attacker 2, 3, or 4 even sometimes discourage me from making my build. I didn't let the hundreds of people saying that piercing shot was not a good skill stop me from making a build for it anyway. And I didn't let budget or anything like that stop me either. I went out there and I farmed my Spinna. Even right now, I'm farming Spinna so that I can get full DTE and push out solo videos for you guys, because I want you guys to see how good piercing shot is. And I really like piercing shot. But anyways, if you guys made it to the end of the video, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's a bit different. Maybe you feel humbled, or maybe you feel some type of way because you feel called out by something I said in this video. Let me know in the comments below. And if there's anything you want to add to anything that I said in this video, please leave that in the comments below. Peace out.